Have you heard of Full Metal Alchemist? I'm like, yeah, I keep hearing about it from Vic. It's like all he talks about.
Oh man, yeah, I played this guy in Full Metal Alchemist. Chris, it's a really cool show. I'm gonna go frost my hair.
Yes!
I kid because I love.
Yeah.
Sexy time with Vic. Not really. But he goes, there's this character named Greed, and he's a villain, and to be honest with you, the guy we cast originally, he's kind of sucking. So, if you could just come down and record an episode as Greed, that'll be like your audition. I think you're ready for the part. We just need to make sure. And I really hadn't played a villain up until that time in my life. And he brought me in. He's like, I need you to really make this guy a badass, and he's got to be able to have that evil laugh. And I recorded that one episode, and he was like, well, you got it. And I'm like, I was like, does he come back? He's like, Patton, this guy is the coolest villain ever. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, score. I had no idea that he was like, Greed.
Yeah.
I see more Greeds now than Ed cosplayers.
Hell yeah! One right here. One right here.
He's a good kid.
He's just chibi. He's a pipsqueak.
Hi. Sweet. Okay. How did I like playing Greed?
Yeah, did you like it?
I liked it up until the death.
34.
The death.
34, yeah.
It was 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, that's
we were
right.
recording the vomiting rock scene.
Yeah.
And it was funny because Colleen Klinkenbeard directed me in that episode. She was like, Chris, sweetie, this next scene is going to be kind of rough for you because you're going to have to pretend like you're throwing up rocks, and it needs to really sound like you're vomiting. And I was like, okay. And this was in Dallas. I still had to finish recording and drive 5 hours back to Houston at this point. I was like, Colleen, it's 1:30. Well, we need to finish, sweetie. I'm like, okay. So I was like, and I made all these horrible sounds, and she was like, oh, Chris, you just sound like a frat boy. That's not... You need to make it more painful. I did the vomiting thing like 3 or 4 times. I was like, Colleen, I think I might throw up.
I think I might throw up.
She was like, that's good, the last tape was really great. One more. And then I did that last speech he has when he's all like feet.
Oh god. Yeah.
The last speech he has when he's dying, which was great. Yeah. Yeah, but that was fun. And then I drove home, and I think I almost crashed the car like several times. It was awesome. Driving home from Dallas at 3 in the morning rocks.
So, in your character Greed,
yes.
also in the other part where you were down in the cryo prison, they showed you that part, but they didn't really... Remember that one where you're lying there?
Yeah.
They show you afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a thing with...
I love microphones. Sorry, go ahead.
Then there was, what is the difference between, what did you find interesting about Greed and the other characters that you all played? Because I know Greed is such a popular...
What did I find interesting about Greed? He's sexy.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
As opposed to the other characters. Actually, I have to tell you, like, I've played characters that I have much more, like, I've had characters as an actor, I've had much more challenging characters than Greed. But Greed he's pimpish and cool, and, you know, so that was a lot of fun. But I'll be honest with you, I know how popular Greed is, and I know how popular FMA is, but there are shows and characters that I've enjoyed way more, because they're much more, there's more levels to work with. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Greed was a badass. Like, and he was fun simply for that reason.
Do you think that maybe they'll do a spin-off of the Monkey Life?
I hope there's just a show called Greed.